May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been hurt, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Oh Mann.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
So, du meinst. Ich fürchte, das wird sich so schnell nicht ändern.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Richtige Gleichberechtigung ist selbst heute noch nicht komplett übernommen, also.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Also, mir ginge ja, aber. Nö, wir haben nichts Neues zu bequatschen, na dann.
Goodbye, Miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ja, Unbekannter.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Okay.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Pattersons, okay.
So, May I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Ach, leider nichts mehr gegen Erschöpfung.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Ich weiß noch, hier waren noch irgendwelche Leute krank. Gucken. Ja, sogar noch eine ganze Menge. Harry Patton, Benjamin Palmer. Richard Nethercott, Mason Swanbauer. Oh. Wow, wer wird denn gleich böse werden hier? Eine Penner. Da geht man nachts ein bisschen spazieren und... Okay, das ist schon wieder so eine große Bestie. Interessant. Okay, da bin ich eindeutig falsch. Geht man einfach nachts spazieren, schon kommen die ganzen Penner hier an. fündig werden. Komm schon. Ich weiß doch, irgendwo ist da auch der andere. Ha, das er schon sagen.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't
Oh,
seem
can I-
well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Geht doch. Dann versuchen wir mal unser Glück. Kommen wir aus diesem Irrgarten aus Gängen endlich raus. Oh. Blöder Penner. Also wirklich. War wieder so ein dämlicher Priester, aber der hat irgendwie nicht begriffen, wie er sein heiliges Kreuz benutzen soll.
Open up! He's mine! I'll take it! Please, that leech is fucked!
Wo ist hier ein Blutsauger? Ich sehe keinen. Oh, da ist ja noch einer. So wirklich. Diese Gewalt hier.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
You. I remember you.
Aha, wer bist du? Komischer gehörnter Typ.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Was sollte das jetzt
I've
heißen?
had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Oh Mann, oh Mann.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Oh Mann. Ja, das wird immer verrückter.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital. Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Na, wenn das keine Argumente sind.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Oh Mann, Mann.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Aua.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Priwen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Oh ja.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Oh je, oh je. Das ist nicht gerade gut.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Aber wir sollten wohl erstmal wieder zurückgehen. So. Wir haben ja wieder einen Haufen EP-Punkte, die wir verteilen können. Schattenschleier. Das haben wir schon gelernt. Fügt mehr Schaden zu. Schatten konzentrieren sich in einem Bereich. Alle Ziele in diesem Bereich werden von Schattennahen getroffen und bluten. Das Blut aus diesen Wunden wird direkt vom Vampir absorbiert. Oh, nett, nett. Aber 3000 haben wir nicht. Ach, ich würde mal sagen, mehr Ausdauer. Schade. Preise und Waren der Händler in diesem Bezirk könnten sich geändert haben. Ich doch mal hoffen, all den Problemen, die ich hatte. Bezirks gereinigt. Das Hospital ist jetzt clean. Na gut. Zeit für eine Pause. Also bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüssi.